Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and I am back again. So I was just live maybe about 45 minutes or so ago, and we were talking about the wreath community, and we were talking a little bit more about my life and my story, because some of you guys are new here. So tonight, what I thought we would do is another wreath kit. So last night's wreath kit, it wasn't public on our website; it was only public through the link, but that one's available to watch the replay of. So if you're catching this video at a later point after the live is over, do me a favor and comment down below. I always like to see who comes back and watches the videos at a later point. So I'm really excited. So I love bumblebee decor, I love ladybug decor, and I love it in small doses. So tonight we're going to factor in, that in mind. We're not going to overdo it with too many ladybug or too many bumblebees in this case, or too many things that are matchy-matchy. I'm usually not a big fan of that. So if you got your text, let me know too. You can text me if you would like to join our text alerts. The number for that is 978-396-9150. And in doing so, you'll be entered into a giveaway of winning some free ribbon. Dad's been choosing some lucky winners that text me the word ribbon. So let's open this wreath frame up. We're going to work with a pencil work wreath tonight. Last night we worked with, did we work? Yeah, we worked with a standard work wreath last night. We designed a wreath that said walk by faith, not by sight. And the first thing that you see me doing here is opening up the twist ties. That is the easiest way to do it. I find it much easier to open them up initially than to open them up at a later point. So nobody wants to sit there with mesh in their hands as they fluff the form. So these, we have all sorts of colors in stock, and we have plenty of each item individually, so you choose, if you choose to purchase it outside of the kit. So the item number for the black pencil work form is XX7500302. Welcome. Hi, Linda. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Lorraine. So let me do a recap. You get the frame. You get the cute as can be sign. Dad ordered more of these. We got plenty of these now. We have like 100 of them. Got that. And tonight we're going to work with 3 rolls of mesh. Yes, you heard me correct. Usually we work with 2. We're going to work with the black, with the light tinsel, item number of RE800102. We're going to work with the yellow value, RE130229. And I thought we would work this in. Look at this mesh. Hey, Linda. Linda wants some ribbon. She's commenting down below ribbon. Item number of RY800462. And this is a jute poly mesh. So this is actually jute. It's like rope instead of tinsel. So I'm a huge fan. This is my favorite type of mesh to work with. So another update in case you haven't heard yet, the wreath community is officially open. If you would like more information on that, you can click the link in the description or head to wreathcommunity.com. I chose the black. Let's do the black first as the base. So we're going to cut 18-inch pieces of this. We're going to cut 1 for every twist. We opened up our twist so we can move this to the side for now. And stick around because I'm going to show you some bumblebees that we may decide to work on this. So we'll take our mesh. We're going to use our rotary cutter. What did I do with it? Back here. We're going to use our rotary cutter. Rachel says, ribbon, please. Look at that. We were going to do a grave saddle tonight, but truth be told, I forgot. So we'll do that maybe tomorrow. But the wreath community is open till April 5th, and then we close until September, the end of September. So the next few days, you're going to hear me talk a lot about it because I don't want you guys to miss out. We're going to be doing our more spring designs. We're going to do our summer designs. We're going to start our fall and Halloween. Actually, we're going to finish up our fall and Halloween by the time the group opens up. And come June, we have lots of Christmas tutorials coming your way in the group as well. So I'm going to stop with that amount because my table's getting a little full. We're going to do the ruffle technique. You guys know it's my favorite. Hey, Brenda. We're going to just pinch it up and create essentially a little bow tie. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't matter where you start or where you finish. That's one of my favorite reasons, to use this technique, and I just think it looks the best too. It looks nice and cohesive. So again, put on your hand nice and flat and just gather it towards you. And twist. Isn't it pretty? Never can have enough ribbon. That's right. So you know what we'll do? Actually, I changed my mind. Well, actually, I didn't change my mind. We'll still choose winners from those of you that text us, but I don't think we've asked you guys to comment down below the word ribbon yet. What do you guys think? Should we choose some winners just in the comment section tonight? Maybe I'll do it after the video. Let some of our replay people watch. I know everybody lives busy, crazy lives. So maybe we'll choose a couple lucky winners an hour after. I'll send you guys a message, and I'll comment down below the names. Does that sound good? Hands up if that sounds like a good idea. We'll choose, let's just do 2 tonight. We'll do 2 tonight. And then maybe we'll, I'm not going to mention it yet. It'll be a surprise for you guys. Let's cut our next batch. Again, about 18 inches. This is a step up from the basic value mesh. So this one has one very thin line of tinsel running throughout it. So it adds a little bit of shimmer, but it's not crazy expensive, and it's also not crazy shiny either. So when it comes to deco mesh, or anything for that matter, I'm not a huge fan of shine. Even my walls are painted as flat as you can get. Coming back in with our frame. Does that sound good? Looks like you guys are agreeing. Yeah, so comment down below the word ribbon, and we'll put together a little box for each of you. We'll choose 2 winners, maybe an hour or so after the video, and I'll let you guys know who won. Maybe we'll put a couple rolls, 2 or 3 rolls for 2 people. All right, so see how fast this technique happens. It's very, very quick. I mean, we're almost done with the outside, so it goes really, really quickly. And it does create for a very large wreath. I see you guys commenting ribbon. Lots of you want to win. So Alex finished up the 101. I feel so bad. Me and Alex have had a crazy long day, and Alex had to record a 1.5-hour video, you guys. A 1.5-hour video that I recorded for the group tonight, talking about more on the business side of things. So that is going to be posted this evening once it downloads, and Alex had to edit it with all of my stutters inside of it. All right, our next batch of mesh. And today we double texted, and I think yesterday we double texted too, but it's just such exciting news that I would hate for you guys to miss out on. So if you don't mind double texts on occasion, I mean, we usually do 1 a day, if that. But if it's a problem, let me know. I hope it's not, because I just get so excited. All right, we'll stop at this one. And I'm still using the same old blade, you guys. I've had this blade for over 4 years. Well over 4 years. I swear I was still in high school using that blade. And Dad bought a pack of extra blades a long time ago, and I haven't even opened it. It's brand new. But we do carry both the frames, or the self-healing mats, and the rotary cutters. I think our large self-healing mats are out of stock, but I know we got plenty of the cutters at least. It's one of my favorite tools for these types of projects. I don't really get much use out of it unless I'm doing a mesh design, which isn't too often. But on occasion, you know, we'll use it. But still, 4 years later, that blade should be completely dead. Okay. Keep going. Double text is just fine. You make mesh look easy. I get it stuck on everything. I know some types of mesh is very sticky. It's like Velcro. And it is easy, you guys. Mesh isn't complicated. You absolutely can do what I'm doing here. I'm just excited. Wait a minute, you guys. Until we start working in the yellow curls and the black and white curls, it's going to look sweet. I just know it. We got 3 pieces left. And then, I promise I'm done. 1, 2, and the problem is I'm left-handed, and the way they make these mats is that the top of the mat has a little hole for them to hang it from. And I always cut right on top of that. And it doesn't cut through, you know, the little hole. All right, final 3 pieces of mesh. Any text from you is fine. Thank you, Susan. Thank you guys for sharing this video too. You guys know that when you do that, it helps me reach and inspire others, which is my main goal. You know that by now. I'm preaching to the choir. All right, one more piece after this one, and then we can switch to the cool colors. Last piece. But yeah, again, the wreath community is open. I am so excited. Out of everything I've ever done, which has been a lot in my life, my biggest accomplishment and the thing that makes me the most proud has got to be the wreath community. Watching members grow and being able to share the knowledge I've gained over the years with them has just been incredible. We do between 16 and 18 new tutorials each month. We do monthly critiques. We do lives each week. And I'm going to take them along this summer for Gabby's wedding. We're going to do a hybrid designs for Gabby's wedding. We're doing a mixture of artificial with fresh in the same design. How cool does that sound? So for this mesh, we only need 9 pieces since we're working in the next mesh as well. So that's 4. Let me throw them behind me, get them out of the way. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it comes with 2 ribbons in this kit too. We got plenty of these ribbons if you want to purchase them individually. Look at those ribbons. This one has glitter. It's very, very faint. Hey, Matt, nice to see you. All right, coming back to our wreath. You guys know the routine with our mesh reeds. Well, some of you guys may never have seen me design with mesh, but my logic with mesh designs, we're going to roll this up like a paper towel tube. You don't want what I call the croissant effect, which is when either edge is poking through. See how that kind of looks like a croissant? Not a croissant, I mean cannoli effect. I want a croissant, not a cannoli though. If that's the case, just undo it and create it as level as possible. See how that's not completely level? Give it a simple tap on your table, pinch in the middle, and the most important step, ready? Open up those twists. That's how you get the best effect, and that way your reeds aren't too poofy. So open up those twists before you work in your ribbons or your mesh. So there should only be a final twist on the outside of each. You know, we shouldn't be twisting between the first mesh, this mesh, and the ribbons. You want one continuous twist. And I like these curls to be a little bit on the tighter side, especially since we're coming back in with another color. Coming back in on the inside. Good evening, Alex and Nick. I'm watching from St. Louis. I joined your group today. I am so excited. I'm so excited to have you. I cannot wait to be your teacher. And thank you to all of the new members. I cannot wait to do a welcome post. We'll probably post that tomorrow. It's so nice. I mean, it's amazing. Just in the last 24 hours, the amount of you guys that are coming to me for teaching is just incredible. And I cannot wait. All right, final piece on the inside. See how they're all facing on the outwards as well? I make sure all of my mesh is not facing towards the middle. So this is going to be the perfect example. This is a kit. Dana joined today too. Awesome, Dana. I can't wait to teach you. Treat this like a sunflower. So think of the middle as sunflower seeds. Hey, Mary. Why not put both curls in together? I bundle mine. So these aren't both curls. We're only adding one curl to each. I don't want to bundle up the ruffle and then bundle up the curl on top. So that's why this is how I do it. But make sure that all of these pieces are facing outwards from the middle. Treat this like the sunflower seeds and the curls that you add on top, not the mesh, not the ruffles, the curls you added on top as sunflower seeds or sunflower petals. Does that make sense? Karen just joined. Awesome, Karen. So these are your petals, and the donut hole in the middle is your seeds. They always shoot away from the middle. And if we did it in the opposite direction, when it comes time to add the sign, it's just not going to work or look right. So even though we're not designing a flower, you know the typical flower wreaths you'll see with deco mesh, even though we're not designing that, the rules still apply. So take your mesh and curl it up. How many of you guys are fans of mesh? Comment down below. You already know my logic. I like mesh in small doses, and I also don't like too much on my mesh wreaths, but I'm kind of intrigued to know what you guys think. If you're a fan, if you prefer grapevines. Is this our final piece? No, we got a couple more left, 2 left after this, and then we can switch to my favorite mesh. I've never used this mesh before, so I'm really excited to see the quality of it. But yes, this is a kit, and we do have everything in stock individually. So kits are optional. And I think Alex listed 20 kits. All right, second to last, and our final one. I can't wait to add the next mesh. It's going to look nice, especially with the ribbons we've chosen tonight. Lynn loves mesh. Mesh is pretty for some wreaths. I agree, Patty. All right. That part of the base is done. Should I lift you guys up a little? Amy loves mesh. Well, thank gosh Dad did a good job ordering mesh this time around. He bought like 40 to 50 colors of each, and then he bought like 40 to 50 frames. Pencil frames, standard work frames, mini frames, work frames without twists, so like box wreaths that you get from the dollar store he bought. He got a lot of things. So this is my favorite mesh. I can't wait to use it. I am a huge fan of jute. Poly jute mesh is my favorite. And if I could only choose one mesh to work with, it'd be this, especially the burlap variety. I mean, look at that. Is there a reason you start your mesh from mesh over grapevine? See? I lost that comment. From the top. Is there a reason why you start the mesh wreath from the top? No. So if you add your mesh, especially with the technique I'm showing you tonight, it doesn't make a difference if you start on the inside, the outside. Doesn't make a difference if you skip a couple twists. As long as every piece gets the appropriate amount of mesh, especially when you're doing it in a format like this where we're alternating every other piece. I mean, if you miss one, you're going to have to come back to it anyway, or else it's not going to look right. So it doesn't matter where you start or you finish, as long as the corresponding pieces get a piece. So that's 3. This is going to match the sign nice. It's going to add a different texture too. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. One more, you guys. Bear with me. 9. It cuts like butter all these years later. I love it. Look at how much is left. This is enough to do another wreath and then have a few extra pieces left over. Same with the yellow mesh. You know, we use the entire black mesh, but if you were to purchase one kit, you'll have enough of 2 of the meshes to use in a completely different design. You purchase one extra roll of something else, that's a whole other wreath. So when we price our kits, it's priced for the entire amount of product, but it doesn't mean we use the entire amount. Like for this, we're only using 9 pieces of it. And we're going to do the same technique. We're going to take it and we're going to curl it right over itself. So it looks like a toilet paper tube or a paper towel tube. And then just subconsciously, I typically end up putting the crease in the back. See how we have the cut mark here? So just my hands just naturally place that in the back, and that reduces all likeliness of fraying. So if you have a lot of fraying happening, make sure that that fraying part, or the part that's prone to fraying, is facing the back of your design. Oh, this is going to look so nice, you guys. I am so excited. So excited. Debbie loves mesh. What's the difference between jute and regular deco mesh? Just the texture, just the format. So the regular poly mesh, the ones that we've already used, is all plastic, whereas this is a combination of both plastic and jute. So it's just a different texture. This one feels more like a flannel, so like the flannels I wear at fall. It's got a softer, more fabric-y texture to it. It's not a fabric mesh, but it's softer like it. All right, before we add it, there's no ribbon in this kit too, you guys. Look at before we add our ribbon. There is ribbon. There's no greenery or flowers. I know some of you guys like them with just mesh, so that's what we're going to do tonight. Just mesh and ribbons and a beautiful sign. But I was debating on working this mesh in, and Alex thought it was going to jack up the price too much. This kit came to be $60 or $59.19, I believe. And I thought that was very reasonable, especially since you have 2 rolls of mesh that you can use elsewhere. So just keep rolling. Hey, Annie, nice to see you. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I'm only 5'10", and my tripod's right at eye level, a little bit above eye level. So we're doing the same process on the outside. So whoever asked earlier if it matters where you start or you finish, it doesn't. So if I skip this piece, right, let's say I took this and I forgot to add a piece here, and I worked in our next piece here, is it a problem? Yes, but it's a problem that's noticeable. So it's not like something that you're not going to be able to notice and correct. And all it's going to require is that missing piece of mesh. Especially when using colors with such contrast, it's very easy to see where you're missing a piece. And I am opening up these twists as well. I think we have 2 left. We only have 2 left, you guys. And then we can work in our ribbons and our sign. How simple is that? Brenda's doing 2 welcome wreaths with mesh in the purple daisy sign and a wreath form. Awesome. And thank you for your order. Thank you all for your orders. We will make sure to send all of those out as fast as possible starting tomorrow. Me, Dad, and Alex packed up about 70 of your orders today. We still have a ways to go. But we'll have them all sent out tomorrow or the next day. We like to send out packages at max 2 days. That's how long we hold them for, max. And then they're on their way. I think that's a great turnaround. What do you guys think? 2 days? Can't get any better than that, I think. Let me just clean up my workstation. Ready? Listen to how I clean up. That's how I do it. Let's keep our cutting mat for now. Let's cut our ribbons together. How's that sound? So we have 2 very beautiful ribbons we're going to use tonight. One of which we have in 3 colors, I think. We have the yellow and black. I don't remember if we have the black and the blue, but I know we have the red and the black as well. You guys like that? Yes, Marianne, we do have autism signs. We don't have autism awareness ribbon at the moment. I thought that was a good combo. I wish I had this in 1.5 inch, but I think the 2.5 inch is going to work okay. It goes to show you that you can make substitutions and you can change things out and try different styles. So we're going to cut these pieces, let's do 14 inches in length. That's my preferred length. So we'll just use our cutting mat. I don't have my perfect tails here. When I get home, I always forget to take them here. So that's 2. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's 3. Upwards of 1 inch off is okay. Anything more than that, it might be noticeable. There's 5, almost there. There's 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're done. At least with this one. Let's cut our next one in the meantime. Look at that. Yes, we are getting autism ribbon. Yes, 1 to 2 day max is for our shipping. And when we get like what's the word I'm looking for? A rush, if that makes sense. It's at max 3 days. That's usually how long it takes us. We can be here all night if we have to be, but we don't like to send packages out any longer than that, if possible, of course. Come on. So 14 inches of both ribbons. You could have done one longer and one shorter if you wanted to. I think today we'll just keep everything nice and even. What do you guys think? And I hear trains here every day, and I don't know if I'm hearing them. Do you guys hear them? Because I don't see any train tracks near my warehouse. So I'm not sure where they're coming from. Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 left. I swear we are almost done with ribbon. 3 left and we're done. Then we have to dovetail. 1, 2, 3. So this ribbon's a little bit thinner. It still holds its shape. So it's thinner in comparison to that. This is a standard ribbon. That one's a little bit on the thicker, heavier duty side. I mean, this one's very thick. It's nice. Nice ribbon. So just dovetail the edges. We'll probably do 2 or 3 at a time. That way they have those nice, sharp, clean cuts. And for those of you that aren't able to cut your ribbons cleanly, my biggest tip is to make sure that you're using a super sharp pair of scissors. For many years, I was using dollar store Betty Crocker scissors. Many years. And I still have hundreds of them left. So it doesn't mean you have to spend good money on scissors. It just means they have to be sharp. Whether that sharpness lasts a month or a year depends on the brand. But for $1 for scissors, these aren't. These are Fiskars scissors. All right, 3 left. Then we'll dovetail the black ones, and then we're done. We'll work in our sign and call it a day. So once again, you guys, you can learn more about the Wreath community, which is open now. The doors are open at wreathcommunity.com. And we'll be open until April 5th. I can't wait to see some of you guys. Alex is going to be admitting people today. She's been doing it. She did it this morning, and she's going to be doing it again. Ooh, my glue skillet is burning. Nobody told me. I must have accidentally turned that up. Can you guys see that? It's on fire. And I'm not wearing a hat today, so my microphone's actually on my shirt. You guys want to hear something funny? How many of you guys watched my pop-in live where we did like a Q&A earlier? If you watched that, you would have saw my face drop because somebody texted me. It ended up being my friend, but somebody texted me saying, your hair, I thought you were wearing a toupee. Oh my gosh. Not yet. Not yet. I got some time. Dad's got a full head of hair. His father did. The other side, not so much, but Yaya's whole side and my dad's whole side, maybe it's the Greek in us, but they had full heads of hair. And even if you don't, who cares, right? Own it. All right, coming back to our wreath now, you guys. Shelly joined yesterday. Awesome, Shelly. I look forward to teaching you. Like I said, we'll do a welcome post more than likely tomorrow. But feel free to browse the group. So what I'm doing with this ribbon now is I'm placing it on top of the black and white. Reason being, I want to distribute the colors to the best of my ability, and we're going to do both at the same time. We usually do one color, but since we cut both all together, we might as well do it at the same time. And then I'm placing the black and white over the yellow. So we kind of have like an ombre effect where all of the colors are equally spaced out, and the opposite color is on the surface as well. I think that's going to look really, really cool. We might add some bumblebees. I got a giant bumblebee in stock, and I'll show you guys in just a minute or two. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Lou. And I'm opening up the twist again. I don't want my wreath to be too poofy. And just alternating. So we did the same thing with our mesh that I'm doing with ribbons. You could have done it at the same time. And it doesn't really add any additional time. You know, it's not a time saver to work it in at the same time because you're just alternating anyway. Oh, that's going to look pretty. You guys like these colors together? Hey, Ella, what a beautiful name. All right, last ribbon on the inside. And just as a sneak peek, we can't. Not yet. Not yet. We got to give it a sec. Almost there. Then we can work in our sign. And then you guys can let me know if I should work in the little bumblebees on sticks. Another thing you could have done is you could have worked in bumblebee ribbon, but you see what I'm talking about when I say be careful with working in too many of the same. Too much of anything is a bad thing, but it's especially true with those types of prints that are very matchy, especially those prints you can find in pretty much every product and style. So what comes to mind for me is, let's say, like Peeps, right? Peeps, they have the Peep ribbon, Peep signs, Peep actual embellishments. Well, let me rephrase. You can't call them Peeps, but the marshmallow bunnies. Let's say that. The marshmallow bunnies. Another thing would be, oop, I messed up on that. Another thing would be the ladybugs or the bumblebee we're working in today. Flamingos, mermaids. You know, my logic is if you get your point across through a sign or through a matching ribbon, that's enough. Any more than that, it's excessive. So by working in these ribbons, we're working in the color, which you can't really overdo. It's all the same colors, but we're not working in too much of the decoration or embellishment. Oh, thank you, Corey. Okay, couple left. How are we doing on time, you guys? I feel like we threw this together really, really quick. Very quick. And I'm fluffing the wreath out as we go, which we very rarely do. But by not working in greenery and flowers, we're saving money. We're not covering up too much of our product. And we're saving time. All right, one piece of each left. Then we'll do our sign, and then you guys can let me know if the bumblebees are necessary. And if they're not, we won't add them. So these kits do not include bumblebees, and the reason is Alex thought it was a good idea that, so, if you want to choose them, or whatever size you want, because we have them in 3 sizes, you can add them. Or if you don't want them, you don't need to. Can you guys see that glitter, though? I'm not sure it's picking up on camera, but it's black glitter and then yellow glitter. Very shimmery, but not overly. I like the finer glitter than the thicker stuff. Yes, when the live is over, you can rewatch it. And as a recap, too, we got this question asked a lot earlier. With the wreath community, if you live outside the US, you absolutely can join. There's no surcharge. It's not more expensive for you. Same exact price. It's not like shipping supplies overseas. It's all online. So if you can watch this, you can join the group. Take our staple gun, staple link, and staples, stapler link and staple link is at nicksseasonaldecor.com under blogs. Item number for the sign is AP8732, and I read that upside down. How cool is that? Impressive. And I'm just using the beige pipe cleaners we have, and we have them in about 4 or 5 colors left in stock. $3.49 for a pack. And doing 3 staples. And the staples do not go through the front of the sign. Every single wooden sign or MDF sign we have in stock, 1/4-inch staples are an appropriate size. None of them are going to be damaged with 1/4-inch staples. Of course, metal signs you're not going to staple. They're already pre-drilled. So we're going to take our pipe cleaner. I'm going to place the sign perfectly in the middle. Most important step, you guys, is to make sure that this sign is not relying on the mesh. You can go through the mesh, but you got to secure it to that metal brace in the middle because it'll sag over time. So we'll tie it off here. Give it 3, 4 good ties. I did like 6. So for a mesh guy, I don't think this turned out half bad, right? Yesterday was my first time using mesh, and I want to say at least a month, maybe 2 months. It's been a long time since I've used mesh. Pull it where you want, and then tie it off. So the level of sturdiness with your signs, this is a question we get asked a lot, is how do I know if my sign's secured enough? You should be able to take your sign on your wreath and lift it up. See what I'm doing here? It's not moving at all. If your sign's too loose, it'll either wobble in or out. Thank you, Jojo. Jojo loves it. So that's usually a telltale sign. Another way is if it's too secured, it'll kind of, you know, sink, if that makes sense. It'll kind of look sunken, and that's not an effect we want. And there is this kit. So this is $59, and I want to say 19 cents. Nick, I just signed up. Wait a second, I'm lifting up my tripod, and you guys know. Awesome, Sherry. I look forward to having you in the wreath community. Yeah, lots of you guys are joining. I'm so excited to be able to teach you all. We have so much in store for you, it's not even funny. All right. So just to show you guys, this is not an appropriate size for this. But these we just got in, and I think they're wicked cool. How cool are these? The wings are posable. How cool are these? What do you guys think? So these are the XL ones. You were so dang quick. Thank you. Hey, Linda. So I love that. You could work it in, actually, if you really wanted to. So we got those wings. Then these are flying out of the warehouse. I mean, we only have a certain amount left. I don't know. I wasn't expecting you guys to love them so much. But here we have the 2.75 inch, I believe, right here. And then this is the 1.75 inch, I think. It could be 2.5 and 1.5, not positive. The larger of the two is MB0545. And the smaller of the two, here's the larger, here's the smaller, is MB0544. Oh, so this one actually has 24 in it. This one has 24. Alex, you're going to have to check on that because the smaller one has 24 in it. And the larger one has 12. Should we work these in? Oop, I think I lost you guys for a sec. Should we work in any of these or no? Yes, you get the sign with the 3 rolls of mesh, the 2 ribbons, the sign, I think I said that, and the work frame. So this is what's included in the kit. What you see here is what you get. And on top of that, you still have that much ribbon left. Look at that. We only used 9 pieces that are 14 inches long, so less than a third of the roll. Same with the other ribbon, because they're both cut 9 pieces. And yeah, so lots of you guys that purchased the little bumblebees are actually getting 24, not 10. Not 12, I mean. These are 24. Who knew? So lucky you. Then we have this much of the mesh left over, which is enough to do a whole other wreath. And where's the other mesh? Which is enough to do, again, another whole wreath. So all you'd need to do is theoretically purchase a wreath frame, a sign, and 1 roll of mesh, and you have 2 kits in one. So an extra 12 bucks, 15 bucks, you got 2 wreaths, right? Because I can't use up all of that ribbon in this. So I want you guys to let me know now. Yes to the bees or no. Hands up if you think it's a good idea. Use the big bee. I don't know if I want the big bee. Let's try the medium-sized one so they're not hidden. So this you get 12 of. So if Alex is still watching, Alex, just double check on those smaller bees because, oop, never mind, you don't get 12, you get 10. I just lost 2. Let me pick them up. Oh, these are so cute. Look at those. What do you think? So for these, since I don't want them to get lost, what I was thinking is just taking them. Let's see, we'll do it together. My glue was boiling, so I shut off the heat completely, and now it's very thick. So I'm thinking we'll just take them and stick them out like that. Can you guys see that? How cute is that? And these are the larger ones. So MB0545 comes as a pack of 12. So we'll take this one and put it here. Oh, you guys, I am in love with this. And notice, though, just because we're adding bumblebees, it's not going to be overdone now because the bumblebees are so small and kind of minute that they're really not taking much of your attention away. And we can flip them forward once the glue hardens. You guys like those in it? Danita likes some. So we'll let that glue harden and then we'll rotate it. Oh, it stayed. So how many of you guys have joined the wreath community so far? And how many of you are planning on it? You still have some time. Today was the first opening, or first day. We're going to be open until the 5th. Give you guys plenty of time. And if you can't, no worries. No big deal. No big deal. Wow, these come on really long stakes. You can do anything with these. I'm really surprised. I wasn't in love with them when they first came, and then now that I'm using them, these things are stinking cute. They remind me of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why. You guys kind of like see what I'm talking about? I don't know. Maybe because like the picture of him holding the honey, you'll see like little bees around the jar, the little honey jar, right? So that's it for the outside. Now what I'm going to do to take this and transfer it to the inside, it's very important that whenever you're designing anything, it doesn't matter if you have 1 spray, 10 sprays, 100 sprays, you always want to be able to transition whatever you're doing throughout. So for this one, we'll just cut, leaving 1/2 inch of a pick. Can you hold up? Let me see. Can you hold up the wreath to get a better look? Absolutely. Awesome, Diane. Thank you for the feedback. Diane's a member and she likes the group. So we're going to take this. I just saw a message on our website. We have a chat feature where you guys can chat with us if you have any questions. And the question was, I just read it at the same time. Wow, I'm a king of multitasking. The question was, what's the difference between value mesh and like tinsel mesh, I believe it said, or border stripe mesh or premium mesh? The difference is A, the price, and B, the finish. So value mesh is the most inexpensive mesh there is, but it is my favorite because it's so inexpensive and it also doesn't have much shimmer or much glam to it. The next step up, which would be like tinsel mesh, which is the black mesh we use today. Slightly more expensive, not much, and it has a little bit more of that tinsel running throughout. Border stripe mesh is value mesh, so basic mesh. Oh, it even has little legs and wings. I can't. It's the next step up, simply and solely because it has thicker tinsel running around the sides of it. So it's just on the edges that has extra tinsel. Jute mesh is exactly how it sounds. It's jute instead of tinsel running throughout. What other meshes are there? Window pane mesh is what I call it. What that mesh is kind of like a netting. It has big open gaps throughout it. Stick this one here. I might as well work on all dozen. And these, I believe, are $10 or $10.49 for a dozen. I'll place one here. Why not? And then we got one left. Where the heck should this one go? Let's stick this one up top. Looks a little bare up there. So we'll just lift it up. And I'll stick it. Let's stick it up here. Come on. Stick it a little bit deeper on the inside. And there is the finished wreath. Do you guys want to see me hang this wreath up on the wall? Let me hang it up for you guys. I'll probably show it off in another video, but In the meantime, actually, I'm going to leave you guys here, okay? I'm going to leave you here. I know I love the bumblebees in it too. Let me take you off my tripod. And you guys can follow me. Ready? So this was last night's tutorial that we did together. Still have a couple kits left. Let me just move the lights out of the way. It says walk by faith, not by sight. I can't really move my studio lights at the moment one-handed, but I'll try my best. Oh, I can. Never mind. So let's do that one. This was last week's tutorial in the wreath community. We'll take this light, bring it over here. Ready? I hope I don't make you seasick. Lift up the light. These are the lights I use. I have the links on our website as well. So that's last night's live that we did together. We worked in 2 different types of greenery. Here was Monday night's date night. We did 2 lantern swags actually, and I took a poll. Most members seemed to like the sunflower one the most. Let's move this out of the way. Ready? Come on. I can do it. Then what we'll do is we'll take this wreath. It's for sale too, you guys. All of our designs. It's a question we get asked a lot is, what do you do with your finished designs? And I'm like, well, hopefully sell them. I can only keep so many. So this is how you should be able to lift a mesh wreath. Ready? Take it and lift it right from the sign. Oh, if you purchase this kit, you must purchase those bumblebees. They're not even an option. You have to get those. Those are incredible. Just find out where it goes. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at it with the little bees. You guys like those in it? Adorably cute. What is the number for the bees used? So Chris, you can find it in the link for the kit. You can look at the kit. If you don't want to purchase it, we have all item numbers for everything we use in kits in the description of the video or description of the listing. And that is the kit. Of course, needs a little bit of fluffing. Thank you for all the hearts. Yes, we have a couple different window pane mesh. The one that comes to mind is a red, white, and blue one that we have for the 4th of July. We packed a lot of those today. Nell didn't find the kit to buy, so Nell, you can find it in the comments section. But that is that, you guys. Do not forget that we offer free shipping at nixseasonaldecor.com over $119. We do ship everywhere and anywhere, so if you live overseas, no worries. My main thing would be for you to look locally so you don't have to pay the shipping charges. And if you can't find it in your home country or home continent, you can always purchase from us and we'll always ship it to you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for the hearts, the shares, and the comments. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. We'll choose a couple winners for the free ribbon later on. We'll give it an hour or so for some people to watch the replay that are just tuning in, and we'll go from there. So make sure to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Wreath Community is open. You can learn more at wreathcommunity.com, and our finished designs are available in our Etsy shop. So the links will be posted down below. Bye, everyone.